I guess you've already got this from last week, Will, but you'll get it again. What kind of chord is that?
Diminish.
Major 7th chord. Major chord with a major 7th on the top.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to note number 2, D. What kind of chord is that?
Major 7.
Minor.
No, this is a minor chord
Yeah.
with a minor 7th. D minor 7. Go up to E. What kind of chord is that?
Minor 7.
Minor 7. Go up to F.
Major.
Major 7. So the 4 chord
Is major.
is a major 7th chord inherently. Go up to G.
Major.
Be careful.
Minor.
Be careful.
Well, wait a minute.
Dominant.
Let's call it a dominant 7th chord. Way to go. It's a major chord with a minor 7th. Different than the one on the 4 chord, major chord with a major 7th. But the 5 chord, a major chord with a minor 7th. Sometimes the textbook calls it a major minor chord, but most people in the real world call it a dominant 7th chord. Then I go to the 6th chord. It's a minor chord in the 7th. Anybody? It's a minor 7th. Right? It's a whole step below the root. So it's a minor 7th chord. And the 7th chord, is diminished, and it has a minor 7th on the top. So we call this, and this is one that I don't expect you to know, although I did tell you last week, it's called a half diminished 7th. That is a minor third, and a major third. Half diminished. You almost got it diminished, but now we fully diminish it by making it a minor third, and a minor third. Half diminished, fully diminished. What chord is this?
Major.
No.
What's it? Minor 7.
Minor 7th chord. A minor 7th. Anybody?
Just a minor 7.
It isn't. This is a major chord with a minor 7th. So what are we going to call it? Jerry? Dominant 7th. Good. Remember rock and roll trivia?
As time goes by. Chicago.
Very good, Chicago. As time goes by, very nice. And you guys didn't pull that off last week, George, because you weren't here. And minor chord, minor 7th chord. Minor 7th.
Major 7.
Major 7th. So, in a key, where are the major 7th chords? There are 2.
The first one.
1,
And
right, Sally? 1 and 4. 1 and 4. There are only 2 major chords in any key, 1, 4, and 5. When you add the 7ths, 1 and 4 are major 7ths, and 5 is a dominant 7th. It's the only one, right? Where are the minor 7th chords?
second,
2,
third, and sixth.
2, 3, and 6. Those are the only 3 minor chords in a key, and they're all minor 7ths. Right? That leaves one chord, which is the 7 chord, and what is its quality? What's the quality of any 7 chord?
Is half a minute.
Any 7th chord is diminished, and if you add the 7th, it's half diminished. You're right. Right, so so that applies to any key. So let's go to the key of G. Spell the 1 chord Spell the one chord with the seventh, John, in the key of G.
G, D, B,
Put the B before the D.
G, B, D,
Now add a seventh.
F,
In the key signature,
G,
F sharp in the
F
key
sharp.
signature.
F sharp.
So the quality of a one chord is always major seventh. 1, 3, 5, 7. Sure enough, it works out. What's the quality of a two chord? We just went through this. Two chord. We better help out. What's the quality of a two chord?
What key? Oh, I'm sorry, which key were
Any key. Any key.
D
So what's the quality
is
of a
a
two
minor.
chord? Minor. If you had a seventh,
seven.
what kind of seventh? Minor
Minor
seventh.
seven.
So spell it in the key of G.
G, A,
Yes?
C sharp.
No, there's no C sharp.
A, C, E,
Yes.
and let me see, F sharp.
There's no sharps in the
F.
key. There is an F sharp. My mistake. A, C, E. Excuse me. A, C, E, G. Up a third from the fifth is the seventh. This is a minor seventh chord. Great. Spell the three chord, Mary Lee.
E, G.
Three begins on B.
Oh, that's right. B, D,
F sharp in the key
F
signature.
sharp. B, D, F sharp.
A.
A,
Up a third, right? So look at it.
B,
And sure enough, its quality is just like we learned that it should be. It's a minor seventh chord. A minor third, a major third, with a minor seventh on the top. And spell the four chord, Sally, in the key of G.
E,
The first note should be C.
C,
Uh-huh.
B,
Correct?
G,
Right?
B,
Right. So what's the quality of the four chord? Major seventh. Spell the five chord, Jerry. This is your specialty.
Ski.
We're in the key of G and have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people ago. So come on now.
It'd be G,
Now we're in the key of G, so the 5 is D.
F, D, E, no, F,
D, F sharp in the key signature, right?
D, F sharp.
Yep.
A,
Correct. In the 7th?
C,
Correct. And what's the quality of that chord, Jerry?
major.
Dominant 7th. The 5 is a dominant 7th. It's the only one. It's very important we learn because it wants to go home. It pulls hard toward tonic 1. It wants to go home. Very important chord. And spell the 6th chord, George.
E,
Correct.
E, and G, and
Perfect.
B,
Perfect.
and C sharp.
There's no C sharp in the key of G.
So I guess it would have to be D.
D.
Yeah.
E, G, B, D. And the quality of the 6th chord is?
Major.
It's a minor 7th chord, right? And Will, spell in the midst of your photographic responsibilities, spell the spell the 7 chord.
F-A-C.
But what about the key signature?
We're in the key of G, right?
We are. So say F sharp.
F sharp.
F sharp.
F sharp, A, C, and then we'll go to an E.
Right. And what's the quality of a 7 chord? Half diminished.
Wow.
Because the top interval is a major third. If we're a minor third, it will be fully diminished, right? So in any key, be it C, each of these chords have an inherent quality. Key of G, major 7th, minor 7th, minor 7th, major 7th, dominant 7th, minor 7th, half diminished. Right? So when you were over there, I wanted to play this chord, and you listen to it and tell me what its quality was. And I was a little ahead of myself, I think. Can you listen to that? And you see that it's a minor 7th chord, but listen to it. It's got a certain kind of sweet, jazzy quality to it. Right? Listen to this chord. And it's a major 7th chord. Sort of soak it up so that when I ask you, what is this? You have a sound in mind. We won't call that rock and roll trivia, let's call that pop trivia.
Very catchy.
I got any ideas? So that's a major 7th sound. This is one Jerry always gets.